Hello guys, and welcome back to the Beyond the Realms live interactive commentary. And tonight guys, we are doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original film. Now this is going to be live on Periscope, of course, and if you are watching this after the fact, you're watching it on YouTube. So I'll explain a little bit real quick. I have to film this in portrait mode because of the way it uploads to YouTube from here. I'm not sure exactly what goes on. So I have to film it this way. I apologize for that. And on Periscope, there's comments that pop up across the bottom by people that are watching. That does not record on the video. So I will try to read as many of the comments that I can and respond to them, so that way you guys will know what I'm talking about if you're watching the replay. So what we do here, guys, is we watch the movie together, we talk about it, we drink beer, we take shots, and we have a great time. That's exactly what we do. But along the way, you know, we're not going to just talk about the film. We're going to have trivia, we're going to have movie facts. So let's get down to it, guys. Hello, everybody. There's 11 people watching. I see Tommy, Sebastian, Joe. I saw Chris pop up in there. There's the other Chris. There's a couple Chris's in here. Yes, it's about time, guys. So I am watching this edition tonight, the 40th anniversary. What's up? What's up? And right now, I have it on the menu screen. I'll give people a couple minutes here. If you don't have the movie in, pop it in right now, guys, because I'm going to fire this bitch up here in just a minute. The chainsaw's oiled. It's gassed up. We're not going to run out of gas like, you know, the guy did in Sling Blade where Carl's like, need gasoline. We ain't going to have any of that shit tonight. Yeah, get your pull, Sally! Oh, yeah, there's going to be plenty of Sallys tonight. Sally, Sally, Sally. Fuck your shit! What's up? Awesome name. Chris, I see you're back on there, man. You got kicked off. Sorry about that, man. I hate that shit about this. I hope you guys don't keep going through that tonight. This was loosely based on a true story, and I will get to that part, actually. No sound. What the fuck? Can everybody else hear me? Everybody hear me out there? Got it? All right, cool. All right. So, guys... Kyle, what's up? Joe's got sound. So guys, the ones of you, the people that joined me the first time know what we do first. What do we do first, guys? What do we do first before we hit play? Does everybody know what we do before we hit play? Can anybody guess? Guesses. That's right. That's right. I see it popping up. You guys know what we do here. We do shots. I hope you guys got some, man, because I got a lot. I got a lot of Sallys tonight. So, got the old trusty Friday the 13th shot glass, which is becoming the commentary shot glass. So, yeah, that's right. A toast to Marilyn and Gunner. That's right. Yeah, I know you don't have any, Joe, and you're fucking snowed in. So I'm going to try to pour this and not spill any of this shit. We'll get the lid back on this bitch so I don't knock it over. Hope you guys got the movie ready, man, because right after this, we're going to start it. So, to Marilyn, to Gunner, to Paul Partain, to Jim Sidow, and to everybody else in this film that has passed on, Chars. Crown, baby. All right, guys. Everybody ready? So, right now, like I said, I'm on the menu screen. So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is starting. And I will give updates as we go along, like where the timestamp is and shit. I'll actually put that up here on the screen so I can let you guys know at any time exactly where we are at in the film. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Kathy, what's up? This is, in my humble opinion, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree, the single most influential horror film of all time. I don't think there's ever been another film more ripped off, copied, and just emulated like this film. I mean, it stands up to this day. You show this movie to people that hasn't seen it ever, like Sebastian watching tonight, he is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre virgin, guys. So, you know, it holds up, man. This film really holds up. And this opening narration here, we'll start off with a trivia question. This is one of the easier ones, guys. I picked some hard ones tonight, but that opening narration right there, can anybody guess what well-known actor from the 80s and 90s did that overdubbing right there at the beginning? Yes, it just finished here too. The narration, that is. Yes, John Larroquette. Rusty, you got it. Yes, John Larroquette, which was in the 80s TV sitcom Night Court. He's done a lot of movies, a lot of different shit. Like I said, that's one of the easier ones that I picked tonight. I have several questions that we'll get to as we go along here tonight. But let's have a quick vape, shall we? I brought the big-ass beast out tonight, man. I actually got a fan pointing out of the room so it doesn't get... Yeah, Night Court was great. So it doesn't get all foggy and shit in here, because this thing's a fogger, man. So I love this right here. You know, this is just a disenchanting, you know, throw you off type shit right here. I actually want a free pizza from a radio station for answering that question. That's cool, man. These flash images are still gruesome. They are, man, and I love that scene, because right there, you know that you're getting into something crazy. And then you pop up to this shit where you got this fucking dead, grotesque body right up front. And man, on this 40th anniversary edition, it looks so amazing. What I love about this edition is they didn't go and like upgrade it to look like a new film. I mean, what I'm talking about is like a film shot today. I read a lot about this. What's up, Diana? What's up, Mike? They restored this film to be as close to how it looked when it was theatrical release, which I love, because it still retains the grain, but the colors are just amazing in this. And this was filmed, right? This was actually filmed. Timestamp me. We are at 3:05 right now. The body is sitting on top of the tombstone is where we're at. All right, Kathy, we'll be here all night. This was filmed in a real gravesite, obviously, but that tombstone that the body is sitting on, that was not a real tombstone. They set that up as a prop. But man, I mean, just look at that. Look how awesome that still looks to this day. It looks real. It's incredible, man. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, before I get to that, guys, real quick. If you would, I'm going to ask you guys if you would to share this broadcast. If you tap on the left side of your screen, swipe to the right, you will see a button there that says share. You can share this on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter, and you can share it with your other followers here on Periscope. And if some of you don't have any followers, like I know a lot of you guys signed up last time just to watch us, and I appreciate that. If you would share it on Facebook at least, or whatever, that would be awesome, because I'm trying to get as many people to watch this as possible. What's up, Mike? I'm doing great, man. Doing good, dude. I'm really excited to watch this with you guys. I got my memorabilia to show you guys. I got some good facts about the film and some great, trivia questions. I hope I can stump you guys. Man, I keep seeing a lot of you guys. Thanks for sharing that, Joe. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that sucks. You guys keep getting kicked off, man. I hate that shit about this this app. I'm not sure why it does that. And I cannot share it myself. I'm trying to see if I could share it, but I can't. Thanks, Tommy. I appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to get people to watch, man, because I think this is a fun thing to do, man. It seems like, people have a good time with this. We're right at 5 minutes right now. The armadillo's laying in the road. Stay open to check text. Oh, yeah, that does suck. listening to you on the drive home from work. Right on, Mike. Mike, you gonna watch the movie, man, when you get home? You gonna join in with us? I can give you the timestamp if you need it. But that armadillo was a real dead armadillo that they just happened to find on the side of the road and thought, hey, let's put this in a shot. So it died at the right time and it lives on forever now. Cool, man. Right on. That's awesome, Mike. The version I'm watching is the first time it was released uncut in the UK since it was banned. Right on. Franklin, the most annoying character. Yes, Paul Partain played this character very well. And the thing about this film is he completely stayed in character the whole time. Like, nobody on the cast or crew actually liked this dude, because as annoying as he was in the film, he was this way throughout the entire shoot of the film. Killer J, what's up, man? Thanks, Ben. Thanks for sharing this on Facebook, man. I appreciate it. But he was extremely annoying while filming this, and he's really not that way. Get your piss can. Yeah, I need one, man. I probably will. But hey, if I don't, hey, the sign is here, man. So you see that? Jay, that'll be you later. It probably will, man. I got my piss break thing ready, so when the piss is hit, I can just put up my piss break sign and be like, I'll be right back. Like they say in Scream. Then I'll probably get murdered in the hallway, because you don't say that in a horror movie. Thanks, Rusty, for sharing it, man. I appreciate it. If any of you guys want to add me on Facebook, my name on there is Jason Lee, and that is Jaysynlee. That is not how I spell my real name. That is my real name, but it's Jason, Jason, and then with Lee is my middle name. But if you want to add me on Facebook, look me up on there. This dude driving always reminds me of Peter Fonda. He does, man. He totally does. But this film was originally going to be called Head Cheese. That was one of the working titles for this, and they were also thinking about calling it Leatherface, which they actually did call Part 3 Leatherface, and then subtitled Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. What version? I'm assuming the original. Yes, the original. We are watching the original, 1974. This movie was shot for $100,000. It was originally only going to be shot for $60,000. Oh, I'm glad it wasn't called Head Cheese 2. I think that name would have actually, knocked this film down in legendary status. The name is perfect, you know what I mean? And that adds to the allure of the film, Just had some haggis for supper, made head cheese look like filet steak. Awesome. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre I agree, Ben, it's the perfect name for this film. It's just so fitting, and it adds to its legendary status. But anyway, it was shot from July 15th to August 14th, 1973. It came out in 1974. And they shot this film. They were originally only going to shoot it for 2 weeks. Well, it took 4 weeks to shoot the film. The actors and the crew worked anywhere from 16 to 18 hours a day. The infamous dinner scene in this was a 26-hour straight shoot. And the entire time they were shooting this film, it was right at 100 degrees or even over it. So you can just imagine the miserable conditions. And Edwin Neal, that plays the hitchhiker in this, he even said that his experience on this film was worse than Vietnam. Was worse than his experience in Vietnam. Like, nobody had a good time making this film. But see, that's the thing. When you watch this, it comes through. All of these, they all look miserable, but that is why it's so great. They all look genuinely scared, genuinely miserable, genuinely dirty, and you just don't see that too often in films anymore. I mean, back then it was a lot. You saw stuff like that a lot more, but this one just raised the bar, man. Yeah. But this film is somebody asked if this is a true story. I don't know if they're still watching or not. As to the fact that spots of Texas are really like this. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, I've been in Texas too, and it's very rural parts and crazy, creepy, and nobody around. Exactly. Yeah, they all look 100% in the moment. They do look miserable. They do. I mean, look right there. Look at fucking Paul Partain, man. He looks. He's all sweaty. He's you can tell they're hot, man. You can tell it. Franklin is like a sweaty mess right there. But somebody asked if this is based on a true story. Well, it is loosely based on real-life killer Ed Gein, which I'm sure most people watching this already know that. Ed Gein was caught in 1957. He only murdered 2 people, so he does not qualify as a serial killer. A serial killer takes 3 or more victims to be able to be labeled a serial killer. So, but the thing is with him is he dug up several graves. And he kept the bones. He made them into trinkets, into artifacts. He made human skin masks. There was 9 of those found at the scene when he was arrested. He made a lampshade made out of a human face, and that's, you see shit like that in here, especially with the mask and all that. He had a belt that was made out of nipples. I mean, the dude was just absolutely insane. But he was from Plainfield, Wisconsin, and exactly, I was going to bring that up too. Ed Gein was also the inspiration for Norman Bates of Psycho and Hannibal Lecter, and just a crazy ass dude, man, crazy. I need to turn this up a little bit. He made a belt made of. What did he make a belt of? He made a belt of nipples. They found a belt made out of just people's nipples. Must have been a fun guy at parties. No shit, man. Yeah, Ed Gein was, wow, man. Absolutely crazy. I can only imagine this film in smell-o-vision. Oh, Lord. Yeah. And there, of course, we have Edwin Neal, the hitchhiker. I've met him a few times. Very cool dude. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? Yeah. Read up on Ed Gein, man, and you'll see that dude was, wild. Like, they found one of the victims, Buffalo Bill 2 character in Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yep. Well, I don't know. I know Hannibal Lecter was. Ed's acting here is phenomenal. It is. Dead Skin Mask from Slayer. Exactly. Yep, that song's totally about Ed Gein. And I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Kane Hodder actually played Ed Gein one time in a movie. It's Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield, and it's very loosely based on Ed Gein's real, the real shit that happened to him. Damien, what's up, man? Hey. But that movie that Kane Hodder played in, it's okay, man, but they tried to make him like this big badass. Ed Gein was this little small guy. You got Kane Hodder. I want to see the film with Kane Hodder. You like Kane Hodder, you'll like it. Ed Gein. Hey, that's a good one, man. Have you seen a Facebook page, Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station? The guy about the gas station store. Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. There's a guy restoring the gas station in this that they're going to show here in a minute. It was completely, I read on the, I missed that one. The gas station was completely run down and abandoned, and this guy bought it, and he is totally 100% restoring it. And if you go to that Facebook page, they put up pictures as they're restoring it, and they're going to have a restaurant there, a music venue. It's going to have overnight rooms, but they're restoring it to look how it did in the movie. And Ari Lehman, that played Jason in the very first Friday the 13th when he was a kid, he is part owner of it, which is really cool. Because, he understands horror films, obviously, so it's cool that he's a part of that, But it would be really awesome to visit that gas station. Yeah, I've met Ari Lehman, too. He's a cool dude. I've seen First Jason in concert, too. Read on the net, it said the Hitchhiker and Chop Top was twin brothers. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's totally, Chop Top is basically like the Hitchhiker. And actually, that's how he got the job. They did a movie called the Texas, what was it, the Texas Chainsaw Vibrator, something, fuck, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a short film they did, and Bill Moseley was playing the Hitchhiker in this short fan-made film. Toby Hooper seen it, and that's how Bill Moseley got his very first acting role, which was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. The Texas Chainsaw Manicure was the name of it. It just came to me. Yes, that is what it was. And Bill Moseley was not an actor before that happened. So, wow, talk about the stars aligning right. Yeah, man, you never knew that. Yeah, that's how that came about. So, right now, The hitchhikers taking pictures of him. They don't know what the hell to think of this guy. And see, you know, this goes back to the cautionary tales. Chop Top was fighting in Nam while during the first movie. Really? See, I didn't know that. This goes back to, you know, the whole thing, you know, the cautionary tale of don't pick up hitchhikers. Just show somebody this shit and see if they want to pick up a fucking hitchhiker. Would you want to pick up a hitchhiker watching this shit? Hell no. Hell no. So we're at 15 minutes, 25 seconds right now, just to let you guys know. Yeah, I don't, you know, no, I would not want to, man. Fuck that, you're walking. That's right. I hate it because, you know, sometimes you see people, looks a bit like James Franco. He does, man. I never thought of that. Chop Top and Hitchhiker, have you noticed they both have a scar on their face? I picked up one once. Ooh. You know, I haven't noticed that with, I don't remember that with Chop Top. I don't remember it. But, you know, the Hitchhiker's, like, scar on his face here is weird. It's like, it almost looks like he has, like, Indian war paint on his face or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like a red mark down his face. Looks like he just took lipstick and was like, I don't know. So he's got the picture. They don't want to buy it, and he's like, here he comes with the aluminum foil. And they're really like, what the fuck now? Is that a scar or birthmark? I thought it was a birthmark, too. Is there any way to stop the hearts on the side? No, there's not. Actually, people that just tap it, that's what makes the hearts. I don't think there is a way to stop it. Looks like a fucked up birthmark. Yeah, it is. Andrew, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining, man. Are you watching the movie with us, too? If you need to know, if anybody needs to know where we're at in the movie, just let me know. I have the timestamp pulled up. I can let you know at any time. Always wondered why he kept the burnt photo. Yeah, there it is. And they're all freaking. It looks like fucking fireworks going off in there or something. It's Diana, right? Shit. These Journeys. Diana? I think it is. Are you watching the movie, though, Diana? Cool. Timestamp, 7 minutes and 15 seconds right now. The hitchhiker just got kicked out of the van. He's kicking the side of the van right now. He's got his tongue all sticking out. Franklin's all freaking out. He's rubbing the blood on the side. Crazy ass fucking motherfucker. Anybody else want to take a shot? We're going to do another shot. We'll do another one if you want. If anybody wants to. If anybody's not pussy enough. Or too much pussy. Stop the hearts by pressing hide chat. Yeah, that's right. But it will also take away the comments at the bottom. If you care to see the comments. I mean, I am reading them, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I don't think you can comment, too, if you turn that off. Alright, somebody said, hell yeah, shots. Let's do it. Shot number 2, guys. And we're not even to the Sally part yet. Joe, I see you coming back on, man. It sucks you're getting kicked off. Love the hearts. I love the hearts, too. I like having heart on. I pull that out all the time. I always say that. It's so fucking cheesy and stupid. Not kicked off checking text. Oh, okay. That's cool. Hearts, 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 hearts. Okay, guys. Got some catching up to do. Yeah, man. She's reading the astrology book now. So, here we go, brothers. Cheers to the working man. Shit's going down smooth tonight, guys. In case you guys aren't familiar with Chars, that's something we say on Beyond the Realms. Me and Horror's Ball, we don't say cheers, we say chars. Chars. It is chars. Them white flares, though. And there's the guy, the gas station attendant, staring up at the sun. This guy's crazy. And there's the gas station that is being restored as we speak. And like off to the right of that is where they're building the cabins right now. Yeah, the gas station attendant's awesome. Ted Nugent would be proud of them. Oh, yeah, probably. Good old Ted. Well, but I got my Texas Chainsaw Massacre hat on. That's really tight, so I don't know how long I'll leave this on, but I got my shirt going on here, guys. So I guess, you know, right now would be a good time to maybe start with some memorabilia. A raccoon tail. So, first off, guys, thanks, Ben. Ben says he loves the shirt. Thank you. I'll show a little bit of this one. I'm sure a lot of you guys have this, but if you don't, I'll show it to you because it's a really cool edition, man. This is an excellent edition. It's just loaded down with features. And watch this, guys. This is cool as shit. Look at that. And you'll see this scene coming up very soon. And I love this too because you can turn it around and put it in here to look like the door that he actually comes out of. I love that. That's the one you're watching too, Rusty. Cool. But this here, I'm watching that one now. Love that release. Yeah, man, it's great. I mean, it's just, look at that artwork, man. It's so vivid and clear and just, you have the house behind the disc there, but you got the DVD, all these extras. I got the Blu-ray in there, of course. And there is Jim Seidow, the cook. Hell of an actor. The only actor to play in part 1 and part 2. But that brings us to our next trivia question. Okay, guys, what is the guy's name? Rest in peace, Jim. That's right. I got the one with the ground beef package on the back. Yeah, that's a good one, man. I need to get that. I do collect multiple versions of this film because it's like number 2. It's right behind Evil Dead. I guess we're going down my all-time list, man, on movies. I don't know. But the next trivia question, guys. What actor worked on the crew of this film? He was a cameraman on this film, but he was an actor in part 2. It's good to know I'm not the only one who saved the Gorgon video. Yeah, I always save that stuff. Does anybody know that? Does anybody know what guy was a cameraman on this film but had an acting role in part 2? Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody know? No Google, guys. Don't be cheating. No Google. No clue, dude. See if anybody else knows. He worked with Stretch at the radio station. That's right. Lou Perryman is his name. There's a crazy story about him. I went to the 35th anniversary reunion of Texas Chainsaw Massacre at Cinema Wasteland in 2010. Or, no, it would have been 2011. Cannot remember his name. I built you a fry house. I went to the 35th anniversary reunion. The Wednesday before the reunion, I went there on a Friday, but 2 days before, Lou Perryman was actually murdered in his house. And what happened is this guy and his girlfriend broke up. The guy just like lost his mind. He went, and it was just such a random bad luck thing for Lou Perryman that happened. The guy went to Lou Perryman's house, didn't know him, did not know him from Adam at all. Knocked on his door. As soon as he opened the door, he just started stabbing him and fucking murdered him. And he was murdered 2 days before Wasteland, and it like put this bad negative vibe over that whole show. It sucked, man, because, you know, I talked to several cast members of this film, and they were just, I mean, they weren't even really with it, man, because, you know, all of them were like family. Every time they all got together, you know, they always hung out and talked, and it's crazy shit, man. Yeah, it put a real bad feeling over that convention. It really fucking sucked, but that's terrible, man. And by the way, guys, this show is dedicated to deadpit.com. They just did their last show. They're the best horror podcast. They were the very first horror podcast, and I'm not just throwing that in here random. The reason why I'm bringing that up now is because deadpit.com had Lou Perryman on their show one time, and it's one of the best interviews they ever did. And I'm talking, they've interviewed George Romero, John Carpenter, some really big name people, Bob Clark, just a couple months before he died, and they interviewed Lou Perryman probably within the last year of his life. But it's an excellent interview, man. It's hilarious. It's so fucking funny. He tells so much funny shit of this movie. Creepy Kentuckian always cracked me up. Yeah, man, those guys just had a chemistry. But that interview, guys, if you go to deadpit.com, you'll be able to find that interview, and I highly, highly recommend checking out that interview because it is fantastic. Yeah, Dead Pit quit, Bert. They quit. Their last show was uploaded yesterday. Last show on YouTube yet. I don't know about YouTube, but it's on, you can get on Stitcher, you can get it on iTunes, you can get it on deadpit.com. I want to check out that interview. It's a great one. But yeah, Dead Pit's done. Uncle Bill just decided that he was going to quit. You know, they say never, they said on their last show, never say never. They might do a reunion show here or there, but as far as this incarnation, Monster A Go-Go, what's up? They said, you know, they're done with doing the show. They might do something at some point, or Wes might do something with somebody else, but it would be a totally different format and no more, you know, real long shows. So, yeah, dude, it's mad creepy. Nice shirt, homie. What's up, man? How's it going, Dan? Good to see you, man. Dan, were you at that Wasteland, the 35th anniversary, the one where Lou Perryman was killed just like 2 days before the show? I was talking about that a minute ago. I'm not sure if you were on here then or not, but just crazy, man. It was still a great Wasteland, but it just, you know, something like that happens. Okay, cool. I figured you probably were. I know you're a Wasteland regular. That sucks so bad, man. I never got to meet Franklin. He died before I started going to conventions. I've met Terry McMinn, Marilyn Burns, which she's passed on to, unfortunately. The other guys, I did not meet them. Alan Danziger plays Jerry, and William Vale plays Kirk. I'd never met him, but I've seen him in person, of course. Hey, man, bit late tuning in. How far into the film? Nordic Dusk, we are at 25:46 right now. Paul Partain is chewing on the sausage. You only met Gunner? So sad Marilyn is gone. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've met Gunner a couple times. We'll talk about that tonight, too. I'll show you some stuff I got autographed from Gunner. Show you a picture, too. I actually thought to pull up a picture on my iPad to show you guys. But they're walking into this abandoned house now, and this is where Franklin has his meltdown here in a minute, one of the first. Gunner was a regular mad cool. He was, man. He was a genuine dude, man. A really fucking awesome guy that made everybody feel comfortable. Marilyn was a sweetheart, I agree. I met Gunner last year. He signed my Leatherface figure. That's awesome, man. I'm really glad you got to meet him, Chris, because he was such a great guy that he made everybody feel comfortable and just important, you know. And he wasn't just like, sometimes you meet celebrities, you're just like, and they're, you know, they just don't care. They're there for the money. I mean, of course Gunner was there for the money. They all are, but there is a difference when they make it personable to you, just to have a beer with you. Exactly, that's how he was. And he would really listen to what you were saying, you know, and he just didn't have some like prepackaged comment to say back to you. He really genuinely cared, you know, which was awesome. Franklin can't get in the house now. Yeah, he was awesome, man. He's all trying, man. He's trying his best. Has everybody caught up to this part? Franklin's trying to get in the house. He's struggling, man, on his wheelchair. He's trying to get in there. Yeah, poor fucking Franklin. Franklin and his meltdowns, man. Paul Partain was such a great actor in this, man. Up to 24 inches of snow here so far. Holy crap, man. Yep, awesome. That's cool, Andrew. Raspberries coming. Poor Franklin. Dan, what are you vaping on tonight, man? I got some Boston cream pie going on. Sally! Fuck Franklin. I'm sure the cast would be right along there with you, man. They didn't like his ass. So, show another memorabilia thing here. So this is from the first time I met Gunnar Hansen. This is the old, what is this? Who released this? I'm not even sure who released this. The old DVD. The first time I met Gunnar, Epic Applejack's Homes, right on. Yeah, this is a good one, man. I got Gunnar to sign this at Horror Hound Weekend. I think it was 2008. He says, "You're next, Gunnar Hansen." I highly cherish this one, man. So awesome to have met him twice. But this is one of the autographs that I have of Gunnar Hansen. 1 out of 2. Yeah, you know, at the time, this was an awesome edition. It's, of course, been blown away by now. But, you know, I mean, it's just, of course, obviously, I'll never get rid of this one, you know, for the cover alone. But, you know, there's that. And then I miss this shit that they used to do this. You know, I mean, a lot of times it was nothing, but, you know, it was just like an added addition to releases. They don't do that anymore, man. They don't care. Companies don't care about physical releases anymore. The inserts, yeah, man, they don't. They do not care. I love the inserts. Anchor Bay used to do that with a lot of their shit. Yeah, and the cheap cases, I agree, man, where it's like all, you know, and the thing is, like, they say recycle and they, like, cut out the middle. It's like, you still produced it. I mean, why get rid of that shit in the middle? You still produced the whole case and just took that shit out. Gunnar would just roll to Wasteland, not as a headline guest, just chill and talk. That's cool. See, I didn't even know that. I hate they don't do that anymore. Era Video are great. They are great, man. They're really great. saving minimal plastic. Yeah, but I mean, like I said though, you know, they're still producing it, but they're cutting that part out, and I guess they're recycling it, but still, man, it makes such cheap ass cases. I hate that. But yeah, awesome edition right there. I'll show some more memorabilia as we go along. So there, you're seeing some bones lay on the ground, not like the DVD cases of hard landfills. Yeah, man, exactly. The steelbooks rule. They do, man. I love steelbooks. I wish I had the steelbook for this. I don't have it. Sally, Sally. He looks up and sees the wishbones there, or whatever the hell, the bones hanging. There it is. Sally! You know what that means? Kyle's already got me on it. That means a shot, guys. Don't think enough horror films get steelbooks, though. Yeah, they don't, but there's way more than there used to be, man. Screen Factory and Arrow Video are great. They are. I agree, man. They're both awesome. I actually think Arrow's even better than Screen Factory. If you look at some of the editions they put out in the UK, which, Chris, you can get a lot of those easily. They're fucking incredible, man. So, we got to do a shot, he said Sally. Everybody else going to do a shot? I mean, even if you're not doing alcohol, you know, like take a shot of apple juice or something. He did killer OG DVDs. Yeah, man. All right, Kyle, I hear you, brother. We're going to do it. You doing a shot too, Dan? I have wine. Right on. Chug my beer. I chug Fireball. Right on. Got Crown, so cheers to you motherfuckers. Okay, guys, let's see. What do we want to do? You want to do trivia, or do you want to see another memorabilia? I'll let you guys pick. You pick this time. First one to reply, we'll do it. I'm on the Chardonnay. Cool. Right on, Chris. Man, I appreciate you watching, man. I know it's real late over there in England. Did TCM get good reviews when it was first released in theaters? Wine. Right on, Kathy. I know you're drinking that wine. Trivia. Okay, we'll do trivia. I'm not sure. I think so, but, you know, I don't think people really knew what to think of it at the time. And nobody thought it would live on like it did. All right, guys, trivia. There are real human skulls that are used in this film, especially when they get to the house. Where did the set designers get these human skulls from? Yes, it got good reviews. I figured it did, but I don't think, you know, nobody knew what it was going to be. India, right there, Kyle nailed it. Last year, I think Arrow was over Screen Factory. Yeah, they were. I mean, Screen Factory is really cool for, like, here where I'm at and a lot of people watching in the States, but Arrow Video just puts out, their releases are incredible. When was the movie filmed? 1980? No, this was filmed in 1973 and released in 1974. Ed Gein's house. Hey, that's a good one. That is a good one. They could have found many there, because that motherfucker dug up graves. Woo! Take a time machine back and hang out with old Ed and have some dinner, boys. Be some good eating. Stew. That's right. There's the generator. If you see, it says Wisconsin on the side. They actually did that purposely as, like, a reference to Ed Gein. How did Toby come up with the idea? He came up with the idea. He was in a store around the holidays, and he was just overwhelmed by the crowd. He wanted to get out of there. He looked over in the hardware section and saw some chainsaws, and the thought got in his head, a quick way to get out of here would be to get this chainsaw and just go through people. That's actually how he came up with the idea. And within a matter of an hour or so, like really quick, he had the basic idea of the film laid down. It became more than that, because it's kind of like a commentary on Vietnam. It's a commentary on the breakdown of the American family. There's a lot of things that it's a social commentary on, but that's where the original idea for this film came from. And this house here, guys, I don't know how many of you know this. I'm sure some of you do. But this house was actually relocated to Kingsland, Tennessee, and it is a restaurant now that you can visit. It is called, I got it wrote down here, the Junction House Restaurant. I think I'm out of sync. We are at 34:13 right now on the time. He just put the tooth in her hand. She jumped up. But this is a restaurant. They've totally restored the house. It's a shot before the armadillo. That was amazing. Tooth Fairy. Yeah, the Tooth Fairy. And here he comes, man. The very first appearance of Leatherface. So powerful right here, man. Jerry's getting ready to get it. Or is that Jerry? Yeah, that's Jerry. Kirk's the other. I get him mixed up still this day. Hammer Time, that's right. Dog. Love this part. I do too, man. This is so awesome. This is such an awesome part. If you guys get on YouTube and look, if you look up Texas Chainsaw Massacre House, there's a lot of people that have video from in this restaurant. You know, they're very proud of its history. There's things of Texas Chainsaw Massacre in this restaurant. The first appearance of Leatherface when I was a kid scared the shit out of me. Man, it's powerful as hell. The Hills Have Eyes came out around that time. Yeah, it did. It sure did. That door slam, man, yeah, so just amazingly powerful. Here he goes. He's running back. He slips. There he is. And that is this scene right here. Bam, just that smack, man. Boom, just whacks him. And see, that right there is medically accurate. Toby Hooper looked this up, and what it is, if you bash somebody in the head like that and it drove a piece of their skull down into their brain, it would cause a nerve reaction to where you would jerk like that. You would do the Hulk Hogan jerk. That scene never loses its impact no matter how many times you see it. It doesn't, man. It doesn't. And this shot right here, man, where Terry McMinn is on the swing and the camera comes under and goes up and follows her, is so awesome, man. The Hulkster's hulking up, exactly. That ass shot, yeah. And Terry McMinn has said that she hated this scene for the longest time because of that, because it showed her ass so prominently. But over time, she's came to appreciate it from a filmmaking perspective, you know. Jerry had a time. Yeah, he did, man. But that shot's just awesome, man. It's such a cool shot. And it's, you know, Terry McMinn appreciates that now. I've seen some interviews with her. Actually, Dead Pit interviewed Terry McMinn, too, and she actually talked about that on there. Holly Ling, what's up? How's it going? We are watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We're having some drinks and chatting about the movie, doing some trivia, doing some memorabilia, looking at some memorabilia. We're having a great time, guys. I hope you guys are having a good time. 18 people watching. That's awesome, man. I hope you guys are liking this. I'm having a lot of fun doing these, man. Based on 3 on a meat hook. I'm not sure what you mean, man. I love how dirty, hot, sticky the film looks. Exactly. I do too, man. The original. Yes, we're watching the original, Holly. Great times every time. Cool, appreciate it. Sequels, which is your favorite? My favorite scene is coming up. Actually, my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie after this one, and I know some of you are going to be like, what the fuck? It's the beginning. I just like that movie, man. Imagine falling in that mess. I know, man. It's crazy. This shit just looks so authentic, so real. It doesn't look like... And you know, the thing is, this was... people were really living in this house. They rented this house from these people. And these people were living in the other rooms and let the film crew do this shit in their house. This was somebody's real fucking house, man. That's crazy. I like the beginning too. I like the beginning because it's real dead animals. Yeah, I like the beginning because it's a real Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's sawing people up. It's fucking dirty as hell. It's gritty too, and it's just a violent, brutal film. I love the brutality of the beginning. I'd be like, fuck that shit. If I lived out there for exactly true horror. I love it. Crew stole weed. Yeah, great film. Yeah, I you know. But yeah, my favorite other Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie would be the beginning, which I guess it's not technically a sequel. It's a prequel to the remake. Feel all that shit on you and almost smell it. Oh, no, man. Such a dirty film. You scrape the wallpaper and replace the butcher paper. Yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine because it doesn't look like anybody would ever live in this house except the Sawyer family. I mean, look at that shit, man. All those feathers everywhere, those bones, the dirt, the fucking... just shit everywhere, man. There's shit all over the place, man. Right here, Pam is just losing it. And she's getting ready to get it right here, guys. Here he comes. He just popped out. Look at Leatherface. You talk about one imposing, crazy-looking motherfucker, man. Those filthy fucks. Leatherface is a beast. He is. She just went on the hook. We're almost there. He's got her in the hallway now, struggling. Yeah, you're ahead, man. I know you're watching on a PAL version. I guess those run faster? That's crazy. I didn't know that. So here, when he puts her up on the hook, she had this harness rigged to her that he actually hooked her on. And there's a little bit of blood that splatters on the wall right there. Favorite scene is a door slam. Really was never done. Yeah, I hate that part. Yo, where's Sebastian at? He's here. He was here. I don't know, man. He might be traumatized. He's never seen this before. So Sebastian has been quiet tonight. Okay, guys, another trivia question. Does anybody know what type of chainsaw they used in this movie? That's another good trivia question right there, because they purposely covered it up so they wouldn't get sued by the maker of the chainsaw. Does anybody know what chainsaw they actually used in this film right there? Black tape. Yeah, they covered it up with black tape. Husqvarna? Nope. Not right. Don't even know if they make chainsaws. I don't know either. I actually have a Husqvarna lawnmower, and it's an awesome one. Makita? Nope. You got it. Polton. Damn, Kyle, you're on a roll tonight, man. The Polton 245A is the exact chainsaw they used in this. And they covered it up with black tape so they would not get sued. I'm guessing still. I mean, I would have guessed still too, but I looked it up beforehand, guys. Ha. I did not know that until I looked it up tonight, because trying to find some good trivia questions. I'm glad I'm stumping some people tonight, at least a little bit, because on Evil Dead, you know, the ones I had on that were just too easy. I tried to find a little bit harder ones to do tonight. I have a few more I think that'll stump you guys. I have one I don't think anybody will get it. If anybody gets it, I'll be real surprised. So real quick, guys, I'm going to add in here, the next commentary I will be doing is going to be for The Big Lebowski. That is the official next commentary I want to do. I want to mix it up. Damn, Sally. Yeah, The Big Lebowski is going to be next. I want to mix it up, do a comedy. I think that would be a fun one to do. Yeah, those pants, exactly. Sales would have gone through the roof. They Greeked it. And for The Big Lebowski, what I'm going to do on that one, guys, is I'm going to come up with even more trivia questions, but the thing I'm going to do with that is I'm going to keep track of who gets the questions right, and whoever gets the most questions right during the Big Lebowski commentary is going to win whatever I get. It's probably going to be a Blu-ray release or something. I want to try to get something that, you know, people will want and probably don't have. If I get a Blu-ray release of something, I've seen it 200 times. Man, I know. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's such a great film. So if I get a Miss Kill It Biscuit, how's it going? I want to try to get, and I don't know when this commentary is going to happen, guys. My work schedule is for real getting ready to get crazy. So it could literally be a couple of months before I get to the Big Lebowski commentary. Yeah, pick it up, Ben. It's going to be a little while before I can get to it, but when I do it, I want to try to maybe get a Blu-ray that just came out, you know, that's kind of got a buzz and people, you know, are wanting, so that way it would be something cool to give away on here. So you're out of your fucking element, Jason. Yeah, I am, man. I am out of my fucking... I'm going to be out of my fucking mind drunk by the end of this, too. I can tell you guys right now, I'm slacking on the beer. But if you guys didn't watch the first commentary, I keep a cooler in here. My sis would call the dude I dressed that way and had the same hair. Didn't even know what The Big Lebowski was until I watched the movie. Fans on Periscope rave about it. It's classic comedy. But for those of you who don't know, I keep a little cooler in here. And I got my wife's, look at this, pink bag. Look at that shit, man. Pink bag. But I keep, so that way I don't have to leave you motherfuckers. I got my beer loaded up. I've got, you know, fucking ice blocks on top of it. Gonna drink White Russians while we watch it. That's what I was saying, man. White Russians during Big Lebowski. I mean, you pretty much have to, right? I mean, you pretty much have to, but I want to do a giveaway for those trivia questions. So you can guarantee those are not going to be easy trivia questions, and I want to come up with probably 20 of them, so that way everybody has a chance. I was hungover after the last commentary. That's awesome, Brian. Yummy. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. See, look, see, that's what I mean. Look, everybody, I mentioned Big Lebowski, and everybody's already quoting and talking about it. That's what I mean. It'll be a perfect commentary to do. Started off, you know, Evil Dead, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Next, we're going to mix it up, man. We're going to go fucking Big Lebowski. But these commentaries, I always want to try to keep it with films that are, you know, universally loved and most people have. So that way I can get the most people to hopefully join in. You know, I don't want to pick obscure films like, you know, August Underground or something like that. Those would be cool to do, but at the same time, not a lot of people have those too. You know, I don't want people to have to go buy a film just to do this. You know, not that anybody would, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Gravity. Yeah, we'll do Gravity, Dan. We'll rip it apart like we did in our review. Sorry for any Gravity fans with that movie. God, I hate that movie. Dan and I did a review of that at Wasteland and just ripped at the shreds. Ripped at the shreds. And man, it probably got the most thumbs down ever on any of my videos I ever did. But fuck it, man, because we were just being honest. So right now, guys, we are getting ready to hit 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1, 45 minutes. Right at 45 minutes right now. August Underground would be insane. Those are brutal. Yeah, it would be cool, man, but I just don't think there'd probably be like 2 people watching, just because I know a lot of people just doesn't have those films, you know. I mean, as hardcore fans have them, but I don't know how many hardcore fans would get on here and want to do this, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to pick universally loved films. You love Gravity? Hey, that's cool, man. I totally get it, man. It wasn't a film for me, but man, it's cool. You love it. So I want to try to do films that most people own already or already have, you know. So that's why Big Lebowski, I can already tell, man. You guys are already letting me know it's going to be a great pick for the next one. So right there, is this fucking, is this Courage? This is Jerry. Which motherfucker is this? He's just looking up right there. Drink more, you sound too sober. Yeah, I am, but Jerry, okay. See, I get them all. I always get those two mixed up. Pam is just, she's fucking jumping up. That shit's scary, man. Jane Fonda. That shit is fucking, and see, the thing is right there, the actor, Alan Danziger, had never seen Gunnar Hansen until that scene. That's what's awesome. He had never seen him at all. It was totally, his shocked look right there was totally real. He had never seen Gunnar Hansen in costume there, and somebody actually had his belt, was laying on the ground and had a hold of his belt and actually yanked him down in that scene. That's why it looks like it's so brutal when he falls, because there was somebody actually yanking him down right there to make it look more real. Fucking innovative, man. And you know, it doesn't take zero budget to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's creativity in filmmaking right there. And there you got Leatherface. You know, he's an innocent dude. He's mentally challenged. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's just got fucking people walking into his house. This dude is an innocent dude. I mean, he's not. He's killing people. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't know right from wrong. That's all he's known his whole life. And he's got strangers coming into his house. He's just trying to, it is creativity at its finest. Take a shot. Well, Dan, if you're going to take one too, man, I'll take one. Anybody else want to take a shot? That's total creativity, man. And you know, Gunnar Hansen, he was not told how to act in this film either. Tobe Hooper just set him up and let him go, which I thought was awesome. Tobe Hooper was more on getting the shots right. He pretty much let the actors develop their characters on their own, which is great, and that's why they're so authentic and so real. More people need to do that shit. You get that in the underground and independent scene a lot, you know, which is great, but this film right here really was like a big starter of that. Fucking trespassers will be eaten, they will. Mean MF74, welcome to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre commentary. We're getting ready to do a shot. If you like to take shots, we're going to take shots. We're going to get fucked up watching this, man. What is this, the 4th shot? I don't know. Uh-oh, Metalhead's here. Brian Piotrowski, the cool nerd. He's in the house. He just got out from working out his meat-headed ass. Here we go, guys. Chars. What's up? Oh, wait a minute. No, that's Matt. What's up, Matt? That's not Brian Piotrowski. How's it going, Matt? You doing good, man? Dude, I don't know if you saw it, Matt, but look, man, I finally found the 6-inch Kylo Ren today. Finally, dude. Where's Jay and Tom? I know, man. It would be really cool. You know, I haven't been around either one of those guys while I've had Periscope, but you can guarantee I'm going to have them on Periscope when I'm around them next time. Oh, here he goes. They're out in front of the van now. It's dark. They don't have the keys. They don't know where the hell people's at. Hail the First Order. That's right, man. First Order's awesome. They rule. Yeah, man. They're such cool dudes, man. I don't think I'm going to make Wasteland again, dude, because of my work schedule, man. It's just, yeah, it's going to be all over the place, man. It sucks. I haven't been there in 2 years this April, but I don't think I'm going to make it again. Those nips. Yeah, man. Yes, man, cool. I saw your video on YouTube. Nice, fine. Cool. Yeah, I finally found it in the store today, man. I was so glad. So Sally's honking the horn. Franklin's trying to stop her. Franklin's just, he's tripping out of his mind, man. He's tripping balls right now. Franklin is fucking just lost it. I would smack the shit out of him. She's got her arm. I'd take her my other arm and just be like, you fucking asshole, stop it. Fuck Kylo. I want a Matt figure. What do they say in that skit, man? That skit was awesome. That Matt dude is a dick. You don't say dick. I don't remember what he said, but that skit was awesome, man. That Matt dude is a jerk, whatever it was. Sally! Sally! Okay, he's wheeling around the front of the van. Now we're really descending into just pure hell right here. You got it, Kyle. Killer J, you got kicked off, man. It sucks. Killer J, is your name Jerry? I want to say. I don't, man. See, that's the thing. It's weird on here, man, because I know some people from other forms of social media, and then I see their names on here, and some people have their real name on their profile, but I don't know. So I think it's Jerry. I want to say. I know you're Jay Philly on Instagram. Shot, yeah. I just took a shot, man. I need to take a pace myself a minute. Jerry, okay, I was right then. Right on. Franklin always bothered me. Yeah, but in a good way, though. You know what I mean? He's like the perfect annoying character for this. As a person who never saw the film on the scope. Sebastian was here, man. I don't know if Sebastian's still watching. He hasn't commented, but see, he's never seen this, so he might just be sitting there like, or he might just be watching it and be like, what's the fuss of this? I don't know. He's 15 years old, guys. He's never seen this film. He's a big movie buff. So I'm hoping Sebastian's watching this. I haven't heard from him. Oh. I'm just laser focused. Right on, man. I'm glad you're watching it. You know, and you need to watch this on your own again, Sebastian. But it is fucking raw, man. And dude, you ain't seen shit yet. Yeah, but he's like a kid. Perhaps he hated it. No, I mean, you know, Sebastian's cool, man. Sebastian takes, you know, a lot of good recommendations. He's really open-minded to watching stuff. He hasn't seen hardly any classic horror films, so I've been turning him on to a lot of them. He just went through the Friday 13th film for the first time ever, which is, it's cool, man, when somebody's just experiencing that stuff, because, you know, us horror fans that's been in this shit for years, you get kind of jaded after a while, but then you hear somebody's opinion that's just watching this shit for the first time. It's really cool, man. It gets me hyped, man. It gets me excited because you kind of experience it for the first time again with them, you know? Can't wait till... Right there, man. Look at that shit. And there's one of the few scenes that have blood. They were throwing blood on them and shit. And this, you know, that's the thing... One of the best scenes, scary shit. Yeah, man, especially how he just pops out of nowhere. It's the same with the music. Holy fuck, that scared me. Yeah, dude, it comes out of nowhere. And the thing with this movie, Tobe Hooper, it's crazy to think, only one to get killed with a chainsaw. That's right, and that's what I mean about the beginning. In the beginning, there's tons of people killed with a chainsaw. But this one, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there is only one person. But see, it's that psychosomatic thing where you think you see more blood and guts than what there actually is. There was only like, what, a couple ounces of blood used in this entire film. It's a very bloodless film, actually. I love it when the kids hear Slayer for the first time. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm with you, man. But Tobe Hooper wanted this film to be rated PG, so he purposely did not use a lot of blood in this film. The noise and chaos, yeah. Same with Halloween, very bloodless. It is. And see, that goes to show, man, that films can be effective without all that shit. That's why a lot of the stuff anymore these days that are, like, disturbing just to be disturbing, that shit turns me off, man. I like shit that can be creative and can be effective without that. I like that, you know. It's more tension than gore, exactly. And that's why I liked It Follows, guys. I don't know how you guys feel about It Follows, but it was effective on very little. It was a throwback type film, I thought. Atmospheres. Sinister's a good film, too. I don't mind Sinister. Oh, Joe, you got to see It Follows, man. Where are you taking shots of? I'm taking shots of Crown, man. No gore. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. I like it when it can be so effective without that. Film just needs an identity. Most new stuff tries to be too much. Yeah, it does. Zen hits me the hardest because of that great getaway. Yeah. It Follows is awesome. I love it, man. That's a polarizing film, but it reminds me of this, where it doesn't You know, it's just a subtle effect of, you know, and it's simple. You know, I appreciate that film so much. Sally is running, and see, the thing is here, Marilyn Burns got really cut up by a lot of those thorn bushes. There's a scene right there I didn't talk about, but where Gunnar Hansen could run a lot faster than her, and he was actually catching up to her. So to slow down, he started cutting through the trees and shit like that. Psychological, exactly, it was. Just like, you know, just like this too. But he was cutting through the branches, trying to slow himself down. Man, I can't believe we're 54 minutes into this already. Fuck it, follows haters. Yeah, I agree, man. White pants, not a big brown stain on the back. Exactly. Experienced woodman. Yeah, and right there is John Dugan, which I've met him at conventions. And the thing with this, guys, is he got in this makeup and it was so miserable getting in it, he didn't want to do it again. So he said, okay, just shoot all of my scenes. So he was stuck in that makeup in 100-degree weather for 36 hours. And another thing with this film is they shot this film. This isn't the case with a lot of films, which Dan is in the industry. Of course, he definitely knows this. But they usually don't film movies in chronological order, like in the way that you see it. But this film was shot that way, actually. But can you imagine being completely encased in latex for 36 hours in this suit in 100-degree weather? God damn, I couldn't do that, man. Mr. Grum Lonely, what's up? So, the next memorabilia will be the Dark Sky release. I wish I had the fucking Steelbook edition of this, but I don't. This is the first edition I had on Blu-ray. This has really bright colors to it. I mean, it's cool, and at the time I thought it looked great until I saw this. But really bright colors to this one, guys. Back in 73 too, miserable. Yeah. There was no air conditioner or fans or anything. They didn't have any of that shit when they filmed this. Actually, I think I have it too, buddy. Cool. I have the Steelbook DVD right now. Yeah, that's right, because the Steelbook of this edition was DVD only. They only released it on DVD in the Steelbook, not on Blu-ray. I picked this up at a Horror Hound weekend one time. We're going to do another trivia question because we're moving right along here. And actually, this might be the part where he slows down. I forgot they went back into the woods again. I still got mine. Okay. Another trivia question, guys. What was John Larroquette, whatever, what was he paid to do the voiceover narration at the beginning of this film? Does anybody know? I'm sure somebody knows this one. This one isn't too hard. Look at those right there. Marilyn Burns nipples, guys. I think nipples calls for a shot. It Follows has a 90-degree whip. Yeah, man, I know. I've seen you talking about that before. It's amazing filmmaking. Anybody know what John Larroquette was paid to do the voice narration? Somebody has to answer before we take this shot. I don't know, 500. My 10-year-old is joining the film for the first time. Is that wrong? No, dude. Andrew, we let Andrew watch a lot of shit, too. I'm sorry that I'm cussing so much, man. I'm bad for that. Sorry. Steelbook, cool. The armadillo on the cover, that is awesome. 100,000. No, John Larroquette was paid. Get this, guys, and this is a fact. This isn't like some speculation. This is a fact. He was paid with a single marijuana joint. That was his payment for doing this. It's fucking hilarious, man. But look it up, dude. It is honest to God truth, man. He was paid with a single marijuana joint. Oh, you gotta love fucking independent underground filmmaking, man. Chars to the working man. It must have been hella weed. You're right. That is brilliant. Chars, everybody. So we'll do another memorabilia. We'll start with the book here. Hope it was a fat joint. Yeah, I do too, man. Anybody read this book? It's really awesome. It's kind of like that Evil Dead companion that I showed you guys during that commentary. Really cool, man. It's actually exactly like that book. It might have been the same company, Titan Books. I think it was. I'm not sure exactly. But this book covers a lot of the first film, of course. But it also goes into the sequels. Yeah, it must have been some good weed. Hey, man, what's up? How are you? I'm doing good. Hey, dude, it's good to see you, man. JB, what's up, man? This is a really good book, though. It goes through the entire franchise. There you see, you know, you get into, like, see, is that part? Nah, that's part 2. But it goes through part 1, 2, 3, and then the next generation. It's been out for a while. Take a look at it. It's a good book. Titan Books did a 2080 collection. It's cool. But this is a really good, informative book, guys. If you're into this franchise, I highly recommend this book. It's a really, really good book. I love that book. I've had that for a lot of years. I bought that at a convention a long time ago. I'm not sure which one. Probably a Horror Hound weekend. I bought a lot of shit there when I first started going. So right now, Marilyn Burns is sitting in the cook's thing there. He's pulling up the truck. He's getting ready to show that he's in with these bad guys. Need to pick that up. It's a great book. Is it still in print? I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I actually have not seen that book in a long time, so I would guess it's probably not. It's a great book, though, guys. It's really, really good if you want to know some shit about this film, because everybody involved with it is in there. Even Paul Partaine's in there before he passed away, and everybody else. They're all in there with interviews throughout, you know. So here the cook has the bag. He's pulling out the rope. Marilyn Burns is like, no, what the fuck, no. We're right at 1 hour right now, guys, in case any of you want to know the timestamp. So, we'll do another, this is another book, guys. Has anybody ever seen this? Meat is Murder, an illustrated guide to cannibal culture. This is another one that, actually, my buddy Freddie Farrock sent this to me, man. Oh, dude, yeah, he's whipping her good. He's beating the shit out of her with that broom. The thing is, man, he really fucking beat her ass in that, man. It's not like he didn't pull his punches on that. I have that good book. It is good, man. And it's like, you know, it covers everything. It's not just, I mean, it has Leatherface on the cover. That's why I pulled it out. But it's not just Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Fred, yeah. It's basically just anything to do with, like, cannibal films or shit that's like that. Look at that. You guys know that. The Beyond. You got fucking Dawn of the Dead there, Return of the Living Dead 3. Looks like Jim loved it too. It does, man. He's totally in the character. Right there, From the Beyond, A lot of shit, man. Just a really, really good book, guys. This is another one, you know, just about cannibal films or just really violent, graphic films. And this is another one. I'm not sure if this is Fulci, that's right. We need to do a Fulci night too on here, guys. That will happen at some point, man. Fulci is my favorite horror film director, so we will definitely. I have a whole sleeve dedicated to Fulci, so we will definitely do a Fulci night at some point, guys. Man, I wish they would release Return of the Living 3 and Blu-ray. You know, I've never really been a fan of that film, but I've only seen it like once. I need to watch it again, though, man. I'm sure I might like it more now. So he's dragging her out of the shop now. He's got the bag over her head. He's getting ready to put her in the truck. She's fucked, man. She's totally fucked. It's almost dinner time. Just a great book, guys. So, okay, we'll do another trivia here. I'm trying to move right along because the movie's moving along faster than I thought it would. Fulci night would be awesome. Cool. Gates of Hell's my pick. Hey, I'm always down with that, man. City Living Dead, I love it. All right, guys, here we go. The house now sits in Kingsland, Texas, which I told you guys about. But what was the original location of the house in this movie? When they shot this movie, where was the house located at? Does anybody know that? Never seen anything of Fulci? Oh, Jesus, Ben. You need to check him out, man. He's licking his lips, yeah. Texas bound Flint. LaGrange, nope. Austin, nope. I like Demonia too, man. It's not one of Fulci's best films, but I enjoy it. Does anybody know where the film was? Austin? Nope, it was not in Austin. It's not a known town in Texas. I did not know this town, actually, at all. It's not San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, none of the known places in Texas. Does anybody know where the house was at? Man, see this right here where he's like hitting her with that broomstick? I mean, it's just little subtle things like that that just add to the dementedness of this film. I should remember almost sent to it this summer. I was in Texas. This, okay, I guess somebody's going to get it. It is messed up, man. Almost went there. Okay, Sweetwater? Nope, not Sweetwater either. Lesser known than that even. Sweetwater, Texas. Wasn't that where Barry Windham was from? Somewhere in Texas. I think it was Sweetwater, Texas. Armadillo? Nope. Nope, not Armadillo either. One more guess, guys, and I'll let you know. Barry? Nope. The house was originally located in Round Rock, Texas, which is now just a field. Which it's a field in this. There's just the house there, but it's just an open field now. Yeah, it was Wyndham. That's what I thought. Sweetwater, Texas. Barry Windham. When he was in WWF, he was the Widowmaker. From Sweetwater, Texas, Barry Windham. But yeah, the house was originally based in Round Rock, Texas, which you see right there. The cook is pulling up with her right now. There's the hitchhiker. Hitchhiker doesn't know who the fuck he has in there. He's beating the shit out of him. And see, that's the thing. He was really hitting him with that stick too, guys. This is like method acting. He's really beating the shit out of him with the stick right there. I mean, god damn, you couldn't make a movie like this anymore, man. Even though it's a bloodless film, you could not make a movie like this anymore, man, because all the rules and regulations and SAG rules and all this shit, you couldn't do that, man. Yeah, and somebody else said that earlier too, Andrew. The hitchhiker looks like James Franco. And God, I never thought about that tonight, but fuck does he ever, man. James Franco needs to play him in the next remake, because you know they'll do that shit. I just cracked another brewski out of my little cooler bag I got here, so I don't have to leave you guys. All right, we'll do more memorabilia since we're moving right along. We're at 105. So this one here, guys, Papa Top, yeah, I did. Isn't the next film just called Leatherface? I've heard that, man, but I don't know. You know, that's the thing with like horror movies. When they're announced, it's like I don't put a lot of weight when they say, okay, we're going to make this or that, until they're actually shooting, because you hear so many rumors back and forth of what's going to happen. Same kind of acting happened Friday the 13th when Bessie Palmer really slapped Adrian King. See, I didn't know that. Yes, it's just Leatherface. Yeah, but man, I mean, it's just like Friday the 13th. They said they're going to make a sequel to the remake, and it's going to be in snow. Then that got canceled. Then they're going to do this. Rob Zombie's Halloween, they were going to make a third film, but, you know, Rob Zombie's not going to be involved. And that got canceled because Dimension sold the rights. So that's the thing, guys. Anytime you hear of a horror movie coming out like that, that's of a classic franchise or something, take it with a grain of salt until they're actually filming, because I'm telling you now, I know from experience, and I'm sure many of you also know, the shit usually does not happen. I mean, you can hear this and that and you get excited for it, but until it's actually shooting, I would take it with a grain of salt. Anything you hear about any film getting made like that, a Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, whatever, yeah, you have to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, at least until it's filming. And here's where Leatherface has on the woman's mask. Totally changes up the character. Gunnar Hansen just so brilliant here. Favorite mask is Lady Mask. Yeah, I mean, and he totally has a different voice. I mean, it's amazing. When it's in productions, I believe it exactly. And that's how you have to be, because there's so many times where you get your hopes worked up and then it just doesn't happen. I'm pumped for Rob Zombie's new film, 31. I am too, man. I like Rob Zombie. He gets shit on, man, but I tell you what, he's one of the few that are at that level that just keeps making horror films, man. I respect him for that. You can never beat the originals. You can't, man. You can't, Brian, that's for sure. I like Rob Zombie. Let's see 31. Yeah, I can't wait for that, man. It actually premiered today at Sundance. I can't wait to start seeing some reviews from it. Matthew McConaughey was in the remake. He was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, Part 4, which is the worst one, but it's still just entertaining because it's so shitty. All right, guys, next piece of memorabilia. I picked this up last year. I never owned this version of this before. I picked this up on eBay for like $10. Look at that shit, man. An old Video Treasures version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre on VHS. And I tell you what, if you've never seen this film on VHS, for some of you younger viewers, this right here is how you need to watch this film. I mean, it's great seeing it like this where it's totally restored, but this really dark, just extreme grittiness that VHS brings to this film, this was made for the VHS format, guys. It really was. And watching it on this format was a totally different experience. I've seen this film 100 fucking times, but watching it like this, again, like the first time I saw this film, yeah, this is the cover that I remember too, and that's why I bought it. But when I watched it again like this after I bought it, I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, back in the mom and pop video store days, because I'm old enough to remember that shit. it was so awesome to see it that way. It is better on VHS. That's how I watched it for the first time. Yeah, me too, man. Back in the mom and pop days, and I hadn't seen it that way since that time. So when I bought this, I have a VCR here in my movie room. I have an all-region DVD player, a VHS player, and a Blu-ray player in here. I want my VHS stores, miss my VHS stores. I do too, man. It's just really cool to watch it this way again, guys, because it's so much darker and like you can't see him. Like on here, if you look closely, when he pops out for the first time on Franklin, you can see him because he's right there. But in this version, you can't, and it makes it much more effective. It's just little things like that, man. I miss mom and pop video stores. I do too, man. I really do. That was the days, man. I feel sorry for people that never got to experience that shit, man, because they were... I had this video store by me, man. They had a whole, like, horror section set up with cobwebs in the corner. They had a guillotine set up in there. They had skulls. Like, they went all out for their horror section. And a lot of those old VHS covers are just burnt into my memory because you would see those covers, man, and just be like, oh, my God. I mean, they were just amazing because that's how they tried to sell their films back then, you know? Oh, man, I was young, but I still remember. Yeah, that's good, man. Loki1, thanks for joining, man. What about the actual record store? That's sad. Yeah, I agree. It is. It really is. Because, like, I went in FYE today, and they barely had even any music in there at all. It's like that used to be an all-music store. Now it's like less than a quarter of their store, you know? Grandpa's Flays. The thing is, right here, when he cuts her hand, I don't know how many of you guys know this, right there, they just cut Marilyn Burns' finger and put it in Grandpa's mouth. They tried to do this with a special effect. They had a blade. They had something rigged up to the knife to where it had a blood line on it, and they couldn't get it to work. First time I saw a shitty bootleg VHS. Yeah, that's cool. They couldn't get it to work. They couldn't get the effects gag to work. So Marilyn's like, screw it, cut my finger. So when they cut her finger there, it's real. They really, truly cut her finger with a knife for that scene. That's what I mean, man. Method acting all the way in this film, which is just killer. Best Buy's music and movie section sucks now. It does, man. Their music section went down so bad a long time ago, but now their movie section's terrible, too. I never go there for movies anymore. What's your favorite VHS cover art? Oh, man, that's too tough. I don't even know. Determination right there. It is, and that's like sacrificing for your art. And, guys, here's another fact of this film. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but where do I have this wrote down? I wrote it down, too, because I wanted to get it right. This film, the original, where the fuck do I have this wrote down? I wrote it down because I didn't want to fuck it up. I wanted to tell you guys accurate information. Found Deathgasm there because, yeah, that's cool, man. Cover art for Fright Night, that's awesome. Yeah, fuck Best Buy. Yeah, Friday the 13th Part 6 has good cover art. Here's the infamous dinner scene that took 26 straight hours of filming right here, guys. Bought so much anchor-based stuff at Best Buy 15 years ago. Now they suck. Yeah, and the thing is, man, like this right here, guys, I bought this at Best Buy. Look at that. See that? How are you going to see this shit at Best Buy anymore? No, you are not. I bought this at Best Buy, guys. Look at that. I always kept that on there because you don't see that shit anymore, man. You do not see that. And I saw the Guinea Pig series at Best Buy at one time. They used to carry the Guinea Pig series. Best Buy did. Fucking crazy. I mean, at that time, they would have carried fucking August Underground shit. But this film was financed. Get this, guys. I don't know how many of you know this. It was financed by the Bryanston Film Distribution Company, which was ran by the Mafia. And the guy that ran the company was loitering money from the porno film Deep Throat through this film. And the actors and all the crew members, get this, guys, this is fact too. All the crew members and all the actors in this film only made $405 a piece. That is it. For everything they suffered and went through in this film, they only got $405 a piece. Fuck, man. Fuck. That's crazy, but that is a fact. It's crazy. I mean, none of them got any fucking money, man. $405 is all they got because of these crooked motherfuckers that made this film. The distribution company were crooked fucks. It's nuts. It's nuts to think about that. I mean, these guys should all be millionaires off the shit. If anybody should be making millions off of a film, these guys should, because this right here is like, it's like, look right there when they show Marilyn Burns' eyes and she's like all wigged out and they're showing the close-ups right now. Dude, this is just such brilliant filmmaking. I can't, that extreme close-up on her iris right there. It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant shit. Yeah, those green eyes, man, exactly. And it looks so amazing, man. Like that's one aspect of this Blu-ray that is just, it's incredible. It looks so damn good. But I mean, it's just crazy that, you know, a lot of people, I guess, you know, don't know that, but that's, you know, I'd heard that a long time ago, but I was looking up shit today. It's like, I have to bring that up too, because I don't know how many people know that. There's an Ordeal on Apocalypse Now scale. Yeah, man, I mean, it's really nuts. Can you imagine doing all of this, sacrificing this much of yourself for a film, taking years off your life, probably literally, for $405, and it was like across the board. They all got $405 a piece, and that's all they got. It's crazy. It's crazy. But see, that's the thing. All of these guys, they didn't know it at the time, or I'm sure they probably wouldn't have went as far as they did because they weren't paid till after the fact. But, you know, it's just crazy that they gave themselves that much for the art, even without knowing that point of how little they were going to get. It's just amazing. And like, Marilyn Burns really got cut up. A lot of the blood you see on her in this scene was where she actually was cut up. Jim's loving this. He'd have done it for free. He is, man. He's totally living it up. You can tell he's totally into this character. But Marilyn Burns, a lot of those cuts you see on her there are shit that she really suffered going through all of the bush and the brush that she ran through running from Leatherface. She really got cut up. A lot of that shit on her right there is not prosthetic effects. It's real cuts and bruises that she went through. And in this scene, they said that Lou Perryman says in that Dead Pit interview that the stench and the stink was so bad in this scene because all of the meat and shit that was on the table was rotting because it was so hot in there. The in-between takes, the crew would literally open up and fucking puke out the window. It was so fucking disgusting in there. And all of the body odor. Leatherface, Gunnar Hansen could never wash his shirt. There was something, like his shirt was dyed or something, and they couldn't wash it because it would have crumbled. So he wore the same shirt throughout this entire film, and they said that like his stench was just so god-awful. Nobody could be around them. I mean, can you imagine having to be that close to him throughout the filming? I mean, that's what I mean. Like, you know, they're trying to make this like this crazy family that's cannibals, that's doing all this shit, and it's totally like there's a realism to it, you know? We work in a cemetery, Springs burial, quite a time. I work in this. Oh, damn, that's crazy, man. But right here, John Dugan's dropping the hammer. John Dugan's a cool dude. I've met him a couple of times. I'm going to show you guys another memorabilia. This is the last one. This right here, guys, check this out. This is the UK edition of the Chainsaw Massacre release. I actually won this in a YouTube contest, man. I won this in a YouTube contest, and I took it to Cinema Wasteland. And look at this, guys. Let me show you. Look at that. Signed by Gunnar Hansen. Right there. And I'll show you guys the picture. That was the second time I met him. That was at the 35th anniversary show in 2011. That was the last time, the second time and last time I met Gunnar Hansen. And there's the picture with Gunnar Hansen. Such a cool dude, man. Such a cool fucking dude. And, you know, Gunnar Hansen had this thing at his table. It was like this little, like, lobby card of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it was signed by everybody. Even Jim Seidow, which he was the first one out of the cast to die, even before Paul Partain. Like, I think Seidow died in, like, I want to say 89 or something like that. Like, he died not too long after Part 2. But he had this signed by everybody. And he was selling it at his table. And I asked him how much it was. He goes, Well, how I do this is I ask you what is it worth to you? You know, that's kind of how he sold this, and it was signed by every cast member you see on the screen was signed on this thing. I'm thinking, man, I had no idea what to say to it. It's not that I could have paid it anyway, so I'm just like, oh, I just fucking sat there. I didn't know what to fucking say. I mean, he could have got $500 out of that thing for all I care. You know what I mean? I mean, because it was signed by every single cast member you see in here. I think even, probably not the guy at the gas station, but all of the main cast, all of them. Right there, the hitchhiker just got hit by the bus. Crazy scene, man. Man, I can't believe we're at the end already, man. Jesus. This just flew by. To me, this just flew by. I got one more question, guys. Okay. In this movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, what actors from the original film are in this? Can any of you tell me which 3 actors have cameos in this? It just dawned on me, not a single member of the family dies in this film. That is true, man. Yeah, exactly. What? No, that's not right. The hitchhiker dies. The hitchhiker dies at the end. Gunner and Marilyn, you're partially there, guys. There's one more. Nope, not Bill. Bill Moseley was only in part 2. He was not in this one. John Dugan was in this also, guys. That's the 3. Gunnar Hansen, Marilyn Burns, and John Dugan were all 3 in this film. They all had cameos in it. So right there, the trucker's running away. You got the fucking pickup truck doing the U-turn, getting ready to pick up Marilyn Burns. I thought the hitchhiker was Chop Top. So she's getting in the back of the truck now. Leatherface is limping up to her. And that whole scene where he cuts his leg, like they did that with a piece of meat and a blood bag. And he had a piece of metal under that. That's how they did that scene. I don't know how many of you guys know that. But actually, the chainsaw was real. He just had a piece of metal there, a piece of meat, and a blood bag, and just right into it. That's how they did that scene where he chops his leg. Do the dance for me, baby. Okay, guys, one more trivia question. Leatherface is swinging the saw. Okay, in Nick Palumbo's infamous murder set pieces, which Texas Chainsaw Massacre alumni plays a Nazi mechanic in this film? Does anybody know that? This is probably the toughest one. I'm sure nobody will get this. I actually won a contest at Horror Hound Weekend with this trivia question because nobody could guess it. The ending of The Descent reminds me of this. Hey, yeah, man, I can see that. Yes, you're right. I don't know if you just guessed that or not, but yes, Gunnar Hansen plays a Nazi mechanic in Murder Set Pieces. Nick Palumbo's infamous fucking nasty, dirty-ass film. Crazy film right here. Yes, Gunnar Hansen is in this film also. So, guys, right now we are at the credits for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Guys, I just want to thank you all so much. Was honestly expecting more gore with this film, but very raw and well-deserved. Yeah, man, it's not a lot of gore, but it's very effective without it. Never heard of Murder Set Pieces? Don't watch the cut version, man. Do not watch the cut version. But right now, guys, I'm going to cut this off for YouTube because I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So, guys, I want to thank all of you so much for watching this. This was a lot of fun. Like I said, the next one is going to be for the Big Lebowski, and I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but the next one will happen at some point. We're going to do the Big Lebowski next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and for those of you on Periscope, if you guys want to join back in, I'm going to do a post-show. I'm more than likely going to watch another movie if you guys want to join in because, man, I'm wired. I'm ready to go. And I'm thinking another Chainsaw Massacre movie. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to use the pisser. And then I'm going to jump back on here. If you guys want to get back in for the post-show, I will be back in just a minute. But for those of you on YouTube, thanks for watching. This is Beyond the Realms. This is episode 2 of the Beyond the Realms interactive commentary. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.